What's going on, guys? Mr. Brick Swag back here with another video. Today we have yet another Lego Star Wars set, and without further ado, I'll get right into it. This is the Lego Captain Rex helmet, so yet another Lego Star Wars helmet collection. I'm just kind of collecting a lot of them at this point. I bought this actually quite a while ago. I think I got it on sale from Target or something like that. So actually, I've had this and Cody for quite a while. I just never really built them. As you guys probably know, Cody was discontinued in like 2024. So just kind of had it lying around. I decided, shoot, no time better than the present to build it, right? So decided to finally take out this from storage. But it's a really cool looking set. Again, I really love the the Star Wars helmet collection. I think it's a great display. Works really, really well, especially when you pair it with like UCS sets and stuff. It's awesome. Captain Rex, obviously a great character from the Clone Wars series and everything. I'm sure he's going to go beautifully right alongside Cody. Just love all the look of the clones and everything. This is actually a P2 variant, so it's going to be interesting to see and compare and contrast with Cody. But yeah, just really excited for this set. And without further ado, let's just get right into it. Let's unbox it and build it. So see you guys then. All right, guys, just finished the unboxing. So it looks like we have a total of 5 numbers. They're not 5 numbered bags, 5 numbers. We actually have duplicate 1s and 2s. Again, these are the smaller bags. Sometimes it just happens in sets, kind of weird. There are quite a few pieces in this set, 854. So probably one of the biggest, beefiest helmet sets I've seen in terms of piece counts. So you got a little bio about Rex and everything. So pretty cool. You got 5 numbered bags, pretty standard, looks like, in terms of the build process and everything. Cool. And yeah, so little sticker sheet. Unfortunately, this is way beefier than Cody's, so not a fan of that, but oh well, hopefully it'll be all right. But anyway, I'm excited to get into this build, and hopefully we can see it after that. Alrighty, guys, just finished the build of the Captain Rex helmet. Didn't really time this one, but I'm pretty sure if logic follows, probably 2 or 2.5 hours. A pretty straightforward build for the most part. No crazy techniques or anything. Mostly brick build. I think it was about the same level of complexity as Cody, maybe a little bit less complex, but around that same level. Pretty fun build overall. I will say the sticker application is very, very annoying. There's quite a lot of stickers in this set, much more than Cody's. And the off-white just looks really, really annoying. But yeah, I did enjoy the build, I would say, overall, but it wasn't like mind-blowing or anything. If I had to rate it overall, I'd probably give it maybe like a 6 out of 10. It was pretty decent, but nothing crazy, honestly. Now, getting into the aesthetics of the build and kind of just the helmet itself, this one has a lot of really noticeable flaws that I'm going to point out right away. So the biggest noticeable flaw for me is right here. There's just this giant gap. I'm really not trying to nitpick here, but it's very, very noticeable to me. And when I was building it, I'm like, is this going to close all the way? Like, is this a messed up function or something? So that doesn't look great. There are these 2 holes in the top here. And the reason why is because you have these like foldy things, and that just leaves a gap. And in general, there's just a lot of gaps in this set because of like things that fold. So either way, you're going to either have a gap here, you're going to have a gap here, depending on how you put it. Again, that gap there is pretty much unavoidable. So that's really annoying. I would say that that's kind of the front, part of the set that has those issues, which, I mean, funny enough, that's usually the part that everybody looks at, right? The back of the set, luckily, does not suffer from that. It's actually really quite beautiful. I think the top portion, again, it's a little bit studdy, but it's not bad. It does look pretty nice. The back looks pretty good. I love the kind of just edge around here. This is the one thing that I think it does better than the Cody helmet, which is just, it looks super, super cool. Very, very smooth and tiled out. So I absolutely love the look of kind of the bottom portion of the helmet. It's absolutely fantastic. I don't like the stickers, These stickers in particular are just egregious because it's like, you really got to print those. These ones I'm not so pressed on because I do think they look pretty nice and they aren't as like bad. And would I prefer printed pieces? Yes, but those aren't horrible. These are just stupid. And then this one is like really egregious because that one is right in the center and it just looks like so off. As for the color scheme, I think it actually looks really, really nice. Again, I critique, you know, the helmet because of certain flaws, but it does overall look pretty nice. I love the blue. I just absolutely love clone helmets because of the way the colors contrast with the rest of the helmet. And again, because this is a P2 helmet, what you could do is you could actually swap out all this stuff with, you know, generic colors. And all of a sudden you can have a, you know, generic P2 clone helmet. It's definitely an option. I personally will not be doing that because I love the, you know, look of the blue on the white. But I know some people will like to do that, and it's a pretty cool option. I love the way they did this kind of section. Again, this entire just like gradual like sloping looks super cool, and it all, you know, culminates in this right here, which is really, really cool. They use a very unique kind of like rubber piece there, which is pretty sick. Again, just wish the mouth and kind of facial area right here looked a little better, but love the color scheme, and I love some of the shaping around the bottom. I do like the antenna as well. It's a little bit awkward, but it did actually lodge in like pretty nicely. I was not expecting it to go in that clean. It's a very strange technique that they used to fit it in, but yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, it doesn't have full, you know, 360 kind of rotation, but it does pretty much what it's exactly supposed to. It goes down to here, and then you can get up to here. So yep, works exactly like you'd think an antenna would. Looks fantastic. Again, aside from the stickers, you know, these are egregious, these are egregious, this is bad. So aside from the stickers, you know, the rest of the set actually looks pretty darn cool. I would say it's a pretty cool aesthetic. And of course, I'm going to go ahead and compare, you know, these two helmets. I definitely think that Cody has the better kind of top section. I love the way that they did kind of the color scheme around there. I also think that the front of the helmet is just a lot cleaner. You know, again, there are gaps, but I don't think it's anywhere as egregious as like these things that just kind of stand out. It does look really nice, and I prefer the P1 look. I will say that the kind of bottom portion right here does look a little better than Cody's. It's not even a design thing, really. It's just, I mean, it's the fact that I guess it's a P2. So this one, you know, can't be as kind of bulky. But I do think that the bottom of this definitely looks a little cooler. But overall, I would say Cody's looks a lot better. It's just much more clean build. Not to say that Rex's is bad, but just definitely prefer the Cody helmet for sure. Now, if I had to rate the Rex helmets kind of just on its own overall score from 1 to 10, probably give it a 7. It's a pretty average helmet set. It looks good. You know, it has flaws, but it does look good overall. Just not as clean as I would have liked it to be. Too many sticker applications, but it is a pretty good set, and I would recommend you get it if you're a big clone fan. I think these two in particular just look really nice next to each other, going to really complement each other, so that's why I got them both. And yeah, I think it was a good decision. It's a pretty cool looking helmet overall for sure, and there's a lot of mod potential. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. You know, I really enjoy building the sets and just kind of sharing my thoughts with you guys. Will be a fine addition to my collection. Anyway, if you like the video, please leave a like down below. If you you know, enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. If you have any feedback for me, negative or positive, please leave it in the comments below. And stay tuned to Mr. Brick Swag for more LEGO Star Wars videos. Peace out, guys.